49 countries have laws that ban smacking, but Australia, the UK and the USA aren't among them. Now, a new Australian research paper has found corporal punishment, like smacking, is ineffective over time and doesn't teach children why their behaviour was wrong. To talk more about this, we're going to bring in our parenting expert, Claire Orange. Hi there, Claire.
Hey, Emmy.
Now, why do most parents smack their children?
Oh, I think there's lots of reasons why parents smack. I think the most common one is that's how they were raised, so it then appears that it becomes part of their parenting practice as well. But parents engage in smacking to, change their child's behaviour. They might feel embarrassed by their child's behaviour. There's lots of reasons why parents do it, and sometimes it's just a lack of education about good alternatives.
Do you think it's time smacking was outlawed?
Of course. It's a difficult behaviour to sustain in a family.
Now, there's an enormous difference, though, between a tap on the hand and perhaps a whack on the bottom. What are we talking about when we say ban smacking?
And this is where it gets divisive. This is where people jump up and down, Emmy, because there is a huge difference between a whack on the bottom and a tap on the hand. But how are we supposed to have any governance around that? Is it on the pressure applied to the smack? So really, it's any way of physically engaging with your child that's going to cause either physical or psychological harm. That's what we talk about.
And should we be having other parents perhaps then also be interfering or taking action if they see this happening?
Well, this is the difficult bit, isn't it? Is to do or not to do. I certainly do. If I feel like that child is at harm or my child is at harm. But it is a very difficult thing for parents to approach.
So what should parents be doing, I guess, in terms of discipline, and what sort of action could they take instead of smacking their child?
Well, there's lots of actions. The things that I always talk about in parenting is early and effective intervention. So if you're taking your child somewhere like a play centre and without parental control they go a bit haywire and they get triggered by loud noise or other children, watch them and get involved, help them before it becomes critical and you're having to smack them to change their behaviour. It's just never the answer. And I think the other thing that we do as parents, of course, is we have to pre-think. How many times have I said to myself as a parent, what did they do that for? Like, why would you engage in that behaviour? Well, they do because they're kids.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I think they're children.
It's just, it's a given, isn't it? So if we come into those sort of difficult relationships with our child when they've done the wrong thing, which is often, with a set of consequences that are not either ridiculously inflammatory or catastrophising what's happened, or we're placating someone else, then we're going to do well. So think about it. What are your big and your little and your middle-sized consequences for your children? Because that's how we parent well without smacking, which should just be a no-no in every family.
OK, Claire Orange, always great advice. Thanks very much for your time this afternoon.
Lovely. Thanks, Emmy.